ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं आनन्दमाधवम्। ओम नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ओम दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। ओम अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। जय हनुमान चालीसा। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधारि वरनौ रघुवर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारि। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाय संजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आप पावन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कांपे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा, संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता चित्त न धरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महासुख होई, जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा, पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। We had seen till Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. Endowed with knowledge, extremely virtuous, and very, very intelligent. And we saw how, as an example, while crossing the ocean to go to Lanka, he exhibited all these qualities. When he was encountered with the first obstacle of, let us rest for some time, we'll do it, इतना समय है, क्या जल्दी है, महीना पर्वत. So said no, Vidyavan. So he had the knowledge and he accepted the love, and he said, not now. After I finish all the job, then I can rest. Ram kaj kine bino mohi kahan vishram. After that, then Surasa came. She wanted to test him. So he grew bigger and bigger. She opened her mouth wider and wider, and ultimately he became tiny, went inside, came out, and said, your condition is fulfilled. You wanted me to enter your mouth, right? I entered. Now let me go. Ati Chatur, very, very intelligent. Achha, then when there is jealousy, like Simhika, the Rakshasi, who pulled Hanumanji down, catching his shadow, he said, no compromise, zero tolerance. Guni, so virtuous, he said, there is no space for any vices. So immediately finished her off. Ati Vidyavan, Ati Guni, Ati Chatur. Now the question is, he had all these qualities, he was so great, but okay, there are many people who have these qualities. So, but the beauty is, all these qualities, how were they employed? Ram kaj karibe ko atur. This is what we may have some qualities. We may be knowledgeable. We have studied a lot. We think a lot. We are scholarly. We also have some virtues which we practice. May not be comparable to Hanumanji, but little bit. And also all these kinds of different qualities. We may have some qualities, but are all these qualities used or exhibited in the service of the Lord? Dedication, वो समर्पण हम में है गुण, पर वो गुण कहाँ समर्पित है, किसके लिए हम कर रहे हैं, किसके लिए जी रहे हैं? What is the purpose of having these qualities? What improves me having the qualities? Does it help anybody else? I gain knowledge, I have some good attributes. Does it help the society in any way? If it is useless, then what is the point? Okay, I am very good, I am very good. Acha, what do you do good for society? Nothing. I am selfish, I do everything for myself. I use all my knowledge to only earn a living, to fill my tummy. And maximum my family, that's all. That too, these days only nuclear family, not beyond that we don't think about. So such selfish living, all qualities also are actually of no use. Animals also do that. So what is the difference? So the point is, Ram Kaj Karibe ko Atur. Atur, eager, always eager to fulfill the job of Bhagavan. That is why no rest till I complete my Lord's work. So Atur, eager. This eagerness is Karibe ko Atur. It is an demonstration of this, or for us to understand a very beautiful incident. You must have heard before. After Ramchandraji destroyed Ravana and established Vibhishana, came back to Ayodhya and Ram Rajya was established, everything done. After that, now all the brothers, 3 brothers, and then Sita ji, everyone had certain duties to serve Bhagwan. Now Hanumanji also had stayed back. Sugriv said, "Why are you coming back with me? You stay here, your place is here only. You have been born to serve the Lord, so you be with him." So he stayed back, but he was thinking, "Look, there is no work given to me." Now, sometimes we also, "Chalo, thank God, no work is given to me." We think like that, "Chalo, अच्छा है, कोई देख तो नहीं रहा मुझे, मैं खाली बैठा हूँ, मेरे को कोई काम नहीं देगा." So we have this kind. He was feeling, incomplete. He said, "I am here, Bhagwan is here, but I have not been assigned any duty." He went to Bhagwan. "Bhagwan, give me some job." He said, "You ask Sita ji. Go ask your mother." He went to your mother Sita, "Any job?" So she said, "Everything assigned, nothing is there. If you want to ask Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughna, anybody has some help needed, then you ask." Everybody said, "No, all taken care of." Because everyone wanted to serve Bhagavan. The idea is not that nobody wanted to give him work. The point was, everyone was eager to serve Bhagavan. So in that eagerness, he didn't have, he said, "Bhagavan, but I want to serve you." So Bhagavan said, "But what will you do? Everything is taken care of. What will you do?" So he said, "Bhagavan, I have one job in mind, if you permit." "Okay, what?" Whenever you yawn, उबासी लेते हैं, नींद आते हैं, so whenever you yawn, I will snap my fingers. उबासी लेते हुए मैं चुटकी बजाऊंगा सामने मुंह के साथ. Whenever I will be there. तो ये कोई काम है? तो बोले, "भगवान, you will have to lift your hand, spend your energy in doing this." तो उतनी सेवा तो मुझसे हो जाएगी, वो मुझे दे दो. Small, nothing. What is there? So Bhagwan looked at Sita ji, looked at the brothers. Everybody said, "ये क्या काम है? करने दो, कोई बात नहीं." Sita ji also agreed. Brothers also agreed. Ramchandra ji was smiling. He understood what Hanuman ji was doing. So he said, "Okay, fine." Appointed as the snapping officer. Okay. Snapping matlab snapping fingers, not snapping at others. So चुटकी बजाने वाला अफसर बन गए वो. Okay. And now what happened was, wherever Ramji went, Hanumanji went. So he went to the court, Hanumanji was sitting next to him at his feet. Bhagwan said, here what is there? He said, Bhagwan, in the court, people will come. कोई आके कविता सुनाएगा, कोई कहानी सुनाएगा, आपको नींद आ सकती है. You may yawn. Who knows when you will yawn? When it will be needed? Okay. In the court, in the dining hall, in the bedroom. Now Sita ji said, at least give me some privacy. I want my private time with Bhagwan. No. Why? Because at night also when Bhagwan is sleeping that time, if he yawns, in between he gets up and I should be there. For my service, it is my duty, my department. I have to. Atur. That does not mean he was disturbing others and distressing others, but he exhibited this eagerness to serve. मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? What can I do for my Lord? This is something special. It is not what we do, it is that bhava. That way Puja Guruji always says, seva is not a particular action. Seva is the attitude with which we do all actions. सेवा भाव है, कर्म विशेष नहीं है. So we say, whenever we remember Hanumanji, we remember what I can do. That spirit has to come to me. It is not that what somebody is assigning to me, what somebody wants me to do, or what somebody is expecting me to do, how I can do, and especially we have, if I do something that people should notice. So we have a cameraman following us. I am doing something, please take some pictures. I will put it up on my social media account and then people should see and how many people have liked it. And if they have not liked it, I am unhappy. कोई देख ही नहीं रहा है. ये क्या है? मैंने झाड़ू लगाया जीवन में पहली बार और शायद आखिरी बार. No aturta to serve. Here Hanumanji gives us this spirit of service. Ram kaaj karibe. Second thing we need to learn from this particular line is that हमको जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, an altar of dedication is very very important. किसके लिए कर रहे हैं? What is the altar of dedication? समर्पण भाव कहाँ है? Sometimes it is just to earn money. Sometimes it is just for my family. Sometimes it is only my community. Only limited thing. But something great, infinite. I am doing it for the Lord. I am doing it for my Guru. Something beyond what I have identified with. When I expand in that way, Ram kaaj karibe ko aata. Also, the word Rama we have seen before. Rama means bliss, happiness. Ram kaaj karibe ko atur. His job is he is eager to give happiness to everybody. If you think about it, Ram kaaj, what Ram kaaj he did, it will come further also. But he took Bhagavan to everybody. He gave happiness to everyone. When all the Vanaras who had gone to the south, near the ocean, they were all sitting and they saying, now we have to die only, there is nothing, demoralized totally. He went victoriously returned and he gave so much joy to all the Vanasena that, oh, Hanuman is coming back. Ah, very good. Ram Kaj, this is also Ram Kaj. So every action for the Lord and the Lord is bliss and bringing that bliss to everybody. And he is eager to do that. So that is so beautiful. Vidyavan Muniyati Chatur Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. Someone who is so talented, so capable, one who can do so much, so many good qualities are there in that person, so knowledgeable, so intelligent, such a person. One weakness will always be there. In all of us also, if we have few qualities, immediately we start thinking I am somebody. And the greatest casualty is we don't like listening to anybody. This father-son joke is very interesting, which Guruji often says. The father told the son, "Son, come on, sit down. Let's talk about life." The son said, "Yes, father. What do you want to know? क्या जानना चाहते हो बताओ?" So we feel that I know everything, I have all the qualities, then I can't listen. I have to speak. सुनना अच्छा नहीं लगता। और वो सुनने में भी यदि किसी और के बारे में बता रहे हैं, अरे मेरे बारे में बोलो ना, मैं इतना महान हूँ। So we want to listen about our praises, but somebody else's praise in front of you, don't like it. Here the dedication is such, the devotion is such that he's saying that Prabhu Charitra Sunive ko Rasya. Sunive ko Rasya. He loves listening. The one who really loves listens. And it is not that he loves listening to the Lord. He loves listening to the devotees also. विभीषण को मिले, उससे भी बात की। रावण से मिले, उससे भी बात की। वो चाहे डिवोटी नहीं था, वो दुश्मनी करके बैठा हुआ था, उससे भी बात की। बट बात किसकी की? भगवान की। एंड भगवान की बात कोई करता था, रस लेते थे उसमें, वो रस रुचि उनकी उसमें होती थी। अरे वाह, और सुनाओ ना भगवान के बारे में, थोड़ा और बातें करते हैं। बट एनी अदर topic, not interested. Bhagavan, yes, please tell me. What? Some more. So, Prabhu Charitra Sunive ko Rasya. He loves listening to all glories of the Lord. So, he is devoted to the Lord, and therefore he wants to listen more and more about the Lord. And this is one form of bhakti. There are 9 types of bhakti which is talked about in our scriptures. One of the forms is listening. And it is the foremost Shravanam, the first. क्योंकि कोई भी thought हो, whether it is thought of knowledge or thought of love, devotion, how will it enter our system? Can we see knowledge? ज्ञान को देखा जा सकता है? Knowledge per se, is it visible? No. Can we see love, devotion? We can never see it, but we can listen to it. वो सुन के हमारे अंदर ज्ञान भक्ति दोनों का प्रवेश हो सकता है। इसीलिए फॉर नॉलेज ऑल्सो द फर्स्ट स्टेप, फर्स्ट साधना है श्रवण, एंड फॉर भक्ति ऑल्सो द फर्स्ट स्टेप, फर्स्ट साधना इंडिकेटेड इज श्रवण, टू लिसन, which many people don't like. Guruji again says very beautiful. He says one man was following the other, running after the other. वो आगे वाला भाग रहा था, पीछे वो पीछा कर रहा था. So the one who was behind, he got tired, so he stopped. That one ran away. So he said, "What happened? Is he a thief or something? He has stolen something? Why were you running? Why were you running after him?" So he said, "We both had a pact that we will tell each other stories to each other." He finished his for 2 hours. I listened to him, and now when it was my turn to speak, he ran away. He doesn't want to listen. All of us, if we really introspect, we sometimes find that we talk about big intolerance and religious intolerance and political intolerance, all the big things. We simple small thing, we cannot even listen. So much tolerance also we don't have. And when we think about tolerating, it becomes burdensome. But when we think of love, there is no burden and there is no tolerance. जिसको प्यार करते हैं, क्या उनको सहन करना पड़ता है? Do we have tolerance in the family? Do we need tolerance in the family? If we are loving each other, why do we need to tolerate each other? That word tolerance doesn't come at all. Tolerance comes when there is no love. And we are talking about we should have tolerance, we should have tolerance. In our scriptures, tolerance is only practiced with ourselves, not with others. We say titiksha should be there. We should be able to forbear, various discomforts in life. We should be able to take them in our stride. ये जरूरी है कि हम सहन करें तो अपने जीवन में कुछ कठिनाइयां छोटी मोटी जो दुख है उसको थोड़ा सा हम पचा सके. That is more important, not about tolerating others. We have never, our rishis have never talked about that. So ये, when we talk about listening, that listening itself, we feel that we are tolerating. अब कितनी देर सुनना पड़ेगा, मुझे पता नहीं है कितना बोले जा रहे हैं. There is no stop button only. I have stopped listening since long, but he still speaks. What to do? होता है. So listening is also an art. That doesn't mean that we listen to all garbage. That is why I said Prabhu Charitra Suni Beko Rasi. Because sometimes people just throw garbage and say you should listen to me. You should be a good listener. You should be patient listener. जरूरी नहीं है. कचरा क्यों सुनना है? I don't want कचरा to enter in my brain. Garbage सुनने की जरूरत नहीं. We don't have to be dustbins. But at the same time, listening per se is a very beautiful quality, and it comes when there is love. It comes naturally. हम सुनते हैं, अच्छा बताओ क्या है? We talk about nowadays in the corporate world, with feedback. We should get customers' feedback, opinion, even in the TV and also opinion of the viewers. We should take. कई serial वाले ऐसे हमको they take us for a ride, very nice. They say you tell us how the story should move forward. उन्होंने बना लिया होगा already, पर वो हमसे मांगेंगे ताकि we get interest, तो हमारे जैसा होगा. अब कोई ना कोई तो लिखा होगा ना जो उन्होंने बनाया होगा. Somebody would have written. They will say no, we followed that person's. But everybody likes to express. But if there is no listener, then people, if all of us started talking, nobody listens. How will things work? No communication is possible. Speaking is okay, necessary, important, okay, but listening also is important. And all our knowledge comes through listening only. And also devotion enters our heart only through listening to the glories of the Lord. है कौन भगवान? कैसे है? क्या किया उन्होंने? प्रभु चरित्र सुनि बेको रसी. Ras means, one ras means interest, and other ras means taste. Something that is tasty, you enjoy. कितना tasty. ऐसा somebody can enjoy and relish that joy of listening. और सुना, मजा आ रहा है. ऐसे प्रभु चरित्र सुनि बेको रसी. And because of that, because of this listening intently, with interest, with love, when somebody listens, what happens? Ram, Lakhan, Sita, मन बसिया. उनके मन में, उनके हृदय में बसिया, बस गए. बस गए means what? They reside forever. Rehna means to stay. Basna means to reside as a permanent address, present address, permanent address. Bhagwan's permanent address is what? A devotee's heart. So he is always there. Manvasi. Who? Ram, Lakhan, Sita. These three. They are always there in his heart. That is why when we see temples, when there is Ramchandraji's temple, Hanumanji will always be there around. Ram Darbar will be there to Sitaji, and Hanumanji. Without Hanumanji, there won't be Ram Darbar also. Family photo will always have Hanumanji. But Hanumanji's temple alone will be there. Ramji always, Hanumanji will be there with him. But Hanumanji's temple, Ramji is not required. Why? Not because he is not there, he is already there. No, Hanumanji is a package deal. You get Ramji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji with Hanumanji together, because they are always there in his heart. Now, who is this Ramji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji? So when we read the scriptures, we understand that Ramji stands for knowledge, jnana. Sitaji stands for bhakti, devotion. And Lakshmanji stands for vairagya, dispassion, detachment. And these three qualities are very, very important in life and especially in the spiritual life. Knowledge, devotion, and detachment. Jnana, bhakti, vairagya. And that is why whenever we do puja, etc., we always pray that Shraddha, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, Siddhyartham. We want all this. We want faith, we want devotion, we want knowledge, we want dispassion also. Always. So when I get knowledge, I know that this is not good for me, this is not the right thing, this is not real. I should be having the dispassion of letting it go. And that which is real, I should go towards, I should be devoted to it, devotion. So when we look at family photo, what is it? Ramji is in the center, knowledge. On one side is Sita ji, other side is Lakshman ji. Dakshine Lakshmano yasya, Vame cha Janakatmaja. So on the right side, Lakshman ji is standing. On the left side, Sita ji is standing. And where is Hanuman ji? Purato Maruti yasya, he is at the feet. So the beauty is that knowledge, whenever we get the knowledge of what is real, what is unreal, we start thinking clearly. Then towards the unreal, Lakshmanji, Vairagya should come. And towards the real, Bhakti should come. So this is the whole family. And how can we get such knowledge, such devotion, such dispassion? Hanumanji sitting there, he is the embodiment of Seva. Ram Kaj Karibe Kuvatur. So when we do dedicated service, we automatically gain all these three. Why? Because Ram, Lakhana, Sita, Man Vasya. So when we remember Hanumanji, when we invoke his grace, when we call out to Hanumanji, he is never coming alone. He is coming with Ramji, Sitaji, Lakshmanji, who are none other than embodiments of Jnana, Bhakti, Vairagya. Ram, Lakhana, Sita, Vasya. So he is the greatest Jnani also. He is the greatest Bhakta also. And dispassion like him, ready to give up anything for the Lord. Anything. He said, Acha, I have to be tied down. Meghnath tied him down. He said, ready? Give up. नहीं मेरा प्रेस्टीज इश्यू है, राक्षस लाइन में आके मेरे को अगर बंदी बना दिया तो मेरी क्या इज्जत रह जाएगी. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is no prestige issue, no ego problem. For the sake of the Lord, ready to give up anything. So greatest Vairagi, greatest Jnani, greatest Bhakta, that is Hanumanji. That is Ram, Lakhana, Sita, Man Vasya. Another beautiful meaning of this line is Ram, Lakhana, Sita, Man Vasya. Means he resides in the hearts of Ramji, Lakshmanji and Sitaji. Because he has made his own place in their hearts. He has ensured, he has earned their love. Earned their love through what? Through dedicated service. सेवा करके. देखो ये तीनों लोगों की मदद की हनुमान जी. If we look at it, Lakshman ji, he revived. It will come very soon. Sita ji, such great relief he gave. Sita ji was giving up, on the verge of giving up. At that time he went and he said, don't worry mother, Bhagavan is coming. Such great relief. Sita Shoka Harana Panditaya Namaha, one of the names. An expert in destroying the sorrow of Mother Sita. That is Hanumanji. And Ramji, by reviving Lakshmana and by saving Sita ji, he served Ramji only throughout. So all these three also have Hanumanji in their hearts. Means they love Hanumanji so much. So it is both ways. He loves them so much and they love him so much. Ram Lakhan Sita Vasiya. Now, what all kind of seva did he do? We said Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atul. So what did he do with all the powers that he had, all the qualities he had? How did he use, how did he employ them in the service of the Lord? कैसे उन्होंने अपने गुणों का, अपने शक्तियों का उपयोग भगवान की सेवा में किया? Very beautifully, the next line says, Sukshma Roop Dhari Siyani Dikhava. He assumed various forms. Hanuman ji can assume various forms. I can't assume it. We all also assume various forms. All of us have multiple forms. We take different avatars. For an example, when there is a mother and child is finding it difficult to study, the mother sits down together and helps in doing the homework, helps in guides, teaches. So then that time Saraswati avatar. Then sometimes the child says, "Oh, I am bored, I want to eat something, I am very hungry." Okay, she will cook. Or she will give something, she will, okay, you are bored, okay, come, let me take you for a round and all. So giving some incentives. You say, if you finish this much, then I will give you this. So giving some incentives, inspiring, inculcating good qualities, the wealth of good qualities she gives. Lakshmi avatar, Mahalakshmi. Then still the child does not listen to her, disobeys, disrespects, does not follow the values of the family, goes out of hand. Then Bhagavati Shiti Kanta Kutumbi, Bhuri Kutumbi, Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura Mardini, Ramya Mardini, Shaila Sute, and then the child says, okay, sorry, I will do my homework myself. Avatar, we also assume different forms. So we do, off and on, we have this ability to assume different forms. So Hanumanji also is teaching us how we should assume different forms, what kind of forms, at what places, in what situations we need to assume different forms. He says, Sukshma Roop Dhari Siyani Dikhava. Sita ji is, for Hanumanji, Sita ji is mother. When you go to mother, father, any elder, you become small, Sukshma Roop. He became small, like a child. He addressed Sita ji as, oh mother. And Sita ji was the one who first addressed him as son. Sita ji used the word Tata, Suta first, not Ramji. After Sita ji accepted him as a son, only then when he went back, Ramji also called him Tata. Till that time he did not call. So when you go to your mother, father, any elder, teacher, we become small. झुकना पड़ता है, छोटा होना पड़ता है, तभी हमें कुछ मिलेगा उनसे, हम तभी ग्रहण कर पाएंगे. In order to be able to receive knowledge, their blessings, their guidance, we have to be small. So Sukshma Roop Dhari Siyani Dikhava. So when we are in a place where there are very knowledgeable people, our teachers, our elders, parents, in those places, I have to remain. Don't show off what all I know. And once Sita ji asked, Sita ji talked. After that, she was really pacified and all. And then Sita ji asks Hanuman ji, okay, Hanuman, you are saying that Ramchandra ji is coming here with an army of monkeys. Are all monkeys like human? This size. These Rakshasas are so huge, and such tiny monkeys will come. What are they going to do? They will be like pets. Rakshasas, how will this army of, even if there are thousands and lakhs of them, but if there are tiny, tiny like you, Sita ji asks, are all monkeys like you or me? So Hanuman ji said, oh, maybe she doesn't know. I have assumed this form only for her because when I meet my mother, I can show her who I am. So, and, but then, when Sita ji asked this, he did pranam to Sita ji, and then Sita ji started looking. She was looking like this, and slowly. Hey, Mashaila, Swarna Shaila Vadeham, like a golden mountain. Samar Bhayankar. Anybody comes to the battlefield looking at him only, half of them will run away. Like that kind of showed his form. And when he showed, Sita ji said, ah, this kind will be okay. Then he again came back to his Sukshma Roop. Sukshma Roop Dharisiya Dikha. In front of elders, how should we behave? We may have great quality, but in front of them, we are at their feet. That is our place. Even if we see the entire Ram Darbar also, Hanumanji is always at their feet. He is not standing next to me. Thoda Lakshman ji hato na, thoda. I will also come for the group photo. He will never stand next to Lakshman ji or Ram ji or Sita ji. He will be at their feet only. Like I also should come. My face is not seen. Always I am looking like this. Only my profile is coming sideways. Only it is coming. So I want to have my face also. I should also. He is never standing like that. He is at the feet only. सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरा विकट रूप means a fearful. People got so scared. Bhagavan has, will come. Bhagavan has all different types of siddhis. Hanumanji has. How he got and what are those that we will see when it comes. But when Ravana caught him and then he tried to put some sense in his head, it was 20 vain, but still then Vibhishan came and said, you should not kill any emissary, any messenger. Doot ko marna nahi chahiye. Okay, then what should we do? Okay, then we can, cut off some limb and send him away. So Ravan said, okay. At that time it is said that he took his tail and suddenly started kissing. Suddenly at that time. So Ravan got an idea looking at that. Oh, he likes his tail, let us burn his tail. So it was Hanumanji's plan only. And that foolish Ravana followed his plan. So he said, इसको पूंछ बहुत प्यारी है ना, चलो चलो let us आग लगा दो. Now, if we burn that tail, it is also part of the body. It is equivalent to killing only. But all these Rakshasas said, that is okay, don't kill him, but burn his tail. And a tail is something outside or what? It is part of the body only. It is like telling, don't kill him, but burn the hand. So what, hand will get burnt and then stop or what? It will burn the whole body only, but no tail. Now what they did, it was very interesting. Somebody said, he is a very good manager, very good in management. So at the expense of the enemy, he did his Lord's work. See, he did not carry clothes. He did not carry any oil or ghee or anything. Everything Ravan supplied. With Ravan's material, he burnt his Lanka. He did not. See, enemy's resources he mobilized. His way of working was zero expense for Ramchandraji. Everything enemy provided. You take this clothes, you take this, and we will only tie it on your tail, and we will only burn it. No matchbox required, no lighter required, nothing. He did not have to carry anything. We will provide you whatever you need. अब आग लगाओ, जाओ, लंका जला लो. लंका जलाने का काम actually sponsored by Ravan. If we look at it. And we are saying Hanuman ji ne Lanka jala. What Hanuman ji ne Lanka? Ravan only sponsored it. He was the Yajman. If we look at it from this angle, Vikat Roop. So when his tail was, when it was lit up, he first waited. अच्छे से आग पकड़ लेना उसको, क्योंकि ठीक से नहीं पकड़ा तो बुझ जाएगा, फिर प्रॉब्लम. Let me wait. He waited for the fire to nicely get. And after that, suddenly he became huge, but very, very light. Laguru means very lightweight. He became extremely lightweight, feather light. And he started jumping from terrace to terrace. All he had to do is touch that. And there was enough oil for initial burning. And then after that, it got burned further. Because so much of oil they had put that burn it properly. So it is said, Tulsidaji says that there was no oil or cloth left in Lanka. Everything used up. दूसरे दिन कैसे उन्होंने चूल्हा जलाया पता है. सब यूज कर दिया इसको. हनुमान जी finished off everything. They supplied also. So such a form that nobody could understand what kind of form is this. He assumed such a dreadful form and very difficult to understand and deal with. Nobody could catch hold of him. He was so huge and he was so light. It was very difficult to catch hold of him. So, Vikat Roop Dhari Lank Jara. And at that time, they said that people started talking to each other. I told you earlier, actually. Okay. What, who told? When did you tell? No, मतलब I was going to tell. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, वो खत्म हो जाने के बाद ही बोलते हैं. मैंने बोला था. अरे बोला कब? अरे सोचा था. ये ठीक नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. He is not normal monkey. He is some devata only who has come in this form. They started talking to each other like that. People got so scared. One messenger of Bhagavan, Vikat Roop Dhari Lank Jara. When you have to do some work, form also accordingly. He did not do take Sukshma Rupa and did this Lanka Dharan. Vikat Roop. People used to think of him and shudder. It is said even the Rakshasis who were pregnant with the next generation of terrorists, their Garbhavata happened. The children fell born dead just by thinking of that Vikat Roop of Hanumanji. So he did not let next generation also come into this world. That was the fear created. To create such fear in the terrorists, in the enemy, you have to take that kind of form. You can't be very small. Oh, you are my friend. We are all the same. I also have some weakness. You also have some weakness. Let us sit across the table and talk. नहीं होता है. वो घर में घुस के मारना पड़ता है. तब जाके सीधे होते हैं. History repeats. हमेशा कितना आप टेबल के अक्रॉस बैठ के बातें करोगे. लातों के भूत बातों से नहीं मानते. तो लात मारना ही पड़ता है, एक दो बार दिखाना पड़ता है, उसके बाद सीधे होते हैं. फिर भी सीधे नहीं होते, बात दूसरी है. But the form according to the project. And Bhima Roop Dhari Asura Sanhare. All these asuras, he assumed a huge form, mountain-like form. And he destroyed all these asuras, these negativities, people with all these negativities. Destroyed. It is said, when he was, just before he was captured, when he went alone, he went to Ashok Vatika. With the permission of Sita ji, he went to eat the fruits. And then he started destroying Ashok Vatika. He knew that this place is dear to Ram. He had got all the information. He started destroying that royal. So that time, but he was full control. He was not like getting emotional and angry and all. No, he was under control. And he assumed Slowly, slowly, as new battalions of soldiers kept coming in, he kept on increasing his size, his valor, his form into more and more dreadful form. It is said at the end when Meghnad was about to capture him, when he put the Brahmastra, when he shot in front of Hanumanji, Hanumanji said, now getting caught is better. Otherwise, Brahmaji will feel insulted. His astra is coming to me, and if I don't revere it, he had a choice to not get bound, but said, okay, fine. So then he said, now I have to fall down. So let me, he assumed such a huge form and he looked around which side more Rakshasas are there. And then as soon as that Brahmastra came, he fell in that side. पूरी चटनी बना दी हम लोगों की. So Rakshas की सेना की one full battalion gone under him. धक्के मर गए. भीम रूप धरि असुर संहार. Luckily, those days there were no human rights activists who were talking about, oh, after all, they are also living beings. They also have right life. They are taking life of everybody who is peaceful. That is okay. There is no human rights activist. And when such people are killed, we will be, oh, so bad. That should not have happened. That is not. Our culture does not cover that. Our culture allows getting killed silently. So we have to understand. And that is why we learn from these events. That is why Ramayana is called Itihas. Itihas means history, thus it happened. So it happened, so we learn from that. That if negotiations don't work, you have to instill fear. And when installation fear also doesn't work, destroy. We have to do this. So that's why when he had to do something positive, he was humble, small, went to Sita ji as a Sukshma Rupa. But when he had to instill fear, Vikata Rupa. And then he said, ये सब क्या instill fear and all, nothing is going to happen. दो तीन देना ही पड़ेगा. भीम रूप धरि असुर संहार. Then becomes so big that nobody can stand it. Bhim रूप धरि असुर संहार. And doing all these things, what did he achieve? Ramachandra ke kaaj samare. Samare means he helped, assisted in completion of the work which was the Lord's work. वो काज सवारा है, बिगाड़ा नहीं है. तो संवारना मतलब क्या? He had his mind, his senses, his body under his control, and that is why kaaj samara. If you lose your peace of mind, your balance of mind, and go and say just because of your emotional outburst, you just go and do something, that will be kaaj बिगाड़ दिया. काज संवारे. ठीक है, जो भी है, पर संवारना है. इसीलिए we have to have. See, he was actually, when he was tied, and after the boat incident, just before his tail was supposed to be lit up, he was taken around the entire city through roads, and people were kicking him and playing with instruments and all, and making fun of him and taking him across the city. As a representative of Lord Rama, if he thinks that no, they are insulting me, this is not right, they should not insult me, that is one way of thinking. But what he thought, when am I going to get such a guided tour? Why? Because we have to very soon come here to attack. So we need to know their hiding places. We need to know their strongholds. We need to know where their weapons are hid. We need to know where their factories are. We need to know where their breeding centers are. Only then we can go for air strike or surgical strike. We should know where we have to go and strike. The places also we have to know. So he observed everything. And people were making fun of him, and they were thinking that he is poor thing, he is alone, and no suffering. His mind was not there at all. Ramachandra ke kaaj samare. How can I contribute more? How can I take more information back? He was constantly recording everything. हाँ, इधर ये गली है, इधर से ये है. Oh, all the generals live here. Okay, okay. यानी one attack here, all generals gone. Now this is the place where all their weapons are stored. Okay, one bomb over, all weapons gone. So these are important pieces of information. So he played along with them, and he saw Ravana's court also. He saw everything he observed, and he brought back all vital information. So a messenger is supposed to do that. So Ramachandra ke kaaj samare, and doing this also. Just one last point. Doing this also, what was he commissioned to do? What was he instructed to do by Jambavanji? Just to go there, give the message of Lord Rama, get the message for Lord Rama, come back. This is your job. Because Hanumanji, in the end of Kishkinda, we find that he becomes very, very enthusiastic, but he gets very excited. And he says, I will go there and I will pluck out the whole Lanka and put it in the ocean and bring Mother Sita back with me. And if that doesn't happen, I will catch hold of Ravana from his hair and bring him and throw him at the feet of Lord. All this josh he had. When after some time, he said, Thoda jada ho gaya. He himself went to Jamba and he said, you tell me, you are the elder, so you tell me what I should do. So he said, okay, this is what you have to do. Okay. So that much work. So he went first, completed his job. But in between, he met Vibhishan also. He gave that positive, influence he did on Vibhishan also. That is the reason Vibhishan became more vocal. That is why he stood up for what was right. Vibhishan got that courage because Hanumanji met him. So he met him and he inspired him that you also have a duty towards Mother Sita. As she is my mother, she is your mother also. If you call yourself a devotee of the Lord, then what are you doing to express your devotion? Do something. So that is the reason he also tried. So when he went and met Sita ji and finished, then it just event after event, it was a very eventful trip. One after the other, in one day everything was done. He went, पूरा अशोकवाटी का उजाड़ दिया, पूरे रावण को उपदेश दे दिया, उससे सुन लिया जो भी चीजें हैं. He looked around the entire city, then burnt the city also. All these things he finished and then took back the message. Went back. It is said he had told, he went back, he was quiet. He didn't say anything. Jambavanji kept asking, okay, when did you reach? Okay, what did you do? Who did you meet? Who all met you? What did you speak? What did they say? What happened? After that, what happened? After that, because somebody is asking, you can't lie. So he told everything to Jambavanji. But after saying that also, it is indirectly indicated in the Ramayana also. He was a little hesitant and scared that I have done more than what I was supposed to. लंका जलाने का तो मुझे बोला नहीं था, ये जला दिया मैंने. तो see, such a great valorous thing he did. He tried to knock some sense into the head of Ravan also. Such great achievements. He killed so many of their soldiers and generals. इतना कुछ काम किया. So anybody, if we would have been in that place, so then what would happen? We would have first gone and said, मैंने ये किया, ये किया, ये किया, ये किया. He was quiet about all these things. मुझे पता नहीं, भगवान गुस्सा तो नहीं करेंगे, मैंने थोड़ा ज़्यादा तो नहीं कर दिया. He was hesitant. Means he was not overconfident. He was not proud that look, I achieved so much. Nothing. And after he gave the message of Sita ji and Ramchandra ji blessed him, embraced him, all these. After that, Ramchandra ji made him sit and said, "Hey Hanuman, tell me, such a big city of Lanka with so much of security. Lanka had 7 circles of security, natural and artificial, man-made. So such secure place. How did you manage to burn it?" And very happily, Bhagavan was asking. That is the time Hanumanji was like, Okay. Bhagwan did not, Hanumanji did not take it for granted that Ramchandraji will like it and all. He said, I have done something without being told. I hope I have not crossed any limits. I hope he is not unhappy with me. So he had that hesitation after achieving so much. That is the humility. And we will do something little and say, आज मैंने कॉकरोच को मारा. अच्छा कैसे मारा? हिट से. वो बहुत बड़ा हो गया हमारे लिए. So we brag about small things, and Hanumanji was humble about even such great achievements. Ramchandra ke kaaj samare. He had to be sure that this has not spoiled Bhagwan's work. But how can a devotee spoil Bhagwan's work? It is not possible. So whatever he did, it was for the advantage of Sri Ram. So it seems to be something impulsive, but nothing was impulsive. He thought well, understood the situation well, and he did it. So these are the things that we need to also learn from Hanumanji. So more further, we will see the next. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.